Hi, this is William. Welcome to Flyspoke. And I'm going to tie for you today a very important fly, especially up on the Gaspe for Atlantic salmon fishing. I fish this fly in a number of different colors, number of different styles, and certainly a range of sizes. It's called the Salmon Muddler, and I use the fly for regular style swinging, but I also use it for fast stripping, perpendicular fast stripping across pools, and especially when you get into August and September, using this hovering style fly to be able to strip it quickly across a pool can really trigger some savage takes. The fish just charge after the thing and take it. So the Salmon Muddler, I'm going to show you how to tie one. Basically, this one is a size 6 4X streamer hook. You can tie bigger. I tie them in as large as 2s for when the water is really big. Because remember, what happens with this muddler when it's moving, it creates lots of vibration, and I've had it work tremendously well up on Matan in August when the water just turned chocolate brown from a rainstorm, and the thing is going through the water making so much commotion and wake that the fish still find it because they're so sensitive to feeling. Anyway, I'm going to start off. I'm just using some white 3/0 thread. It's Danville, probably about 140 denier thread. A little firmer on the thread because we're going to spin the deer hair, and you have to be able to pull a little bit. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I have a couple of closely matching turkey tail feathers, natural color turkey tail feathers. And what I'm going to do here is I need to be able to match them up, line them up, and cut strips to use as wings and tails. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to take a tail section and I cut them at the same time so that they're the same width and they're already back to. And the way I'm going to put that on is I'm going to put it right on top of the hook and grab it with this hand, firmly hold it, pushing flat down towards the hook, loose wrap, and pull straight down tight. And then I'm hoping that what I've done is place the tail sitting on top of the hook, but still getting the full side effect to the feather. And then I'm simply going to, right this moment, I'm going to take some gold, very thin gold wire, and I'm going to, for a body, use holographic mylar, which isn't very sturdy. So that's really the only reason for a little bit of wire. And now just run forward, trim off the tail piece, smooth out the body. And I'm going to leave space in the front now. Okay, now the holographic. I'm going to basically just put it in backwards. Just run it underneath like that and it sits. Alright. And just make my body. Now this holographic I want to run right next to each other. overlap as little as possible. I'm going to get to the back, and when I get to the back I have to run perpendicular to the hook, and I'm pulling down on the mylar, stretching it slightly to get it to wrap around that part of the hook and then run back. Right. A little thunder going on out there. I don't know if you can hear it. Finally seeing some rain up on Gaspe. Perfect timing if you're on your way. Okay. Now I'm going to counter wrap the rib to protect the mylar. And when I get to the front, I wrap a couple of times like this, and then just cross over, crisscross back, so that when I put my thread on to catch that wire, I know it's good and secure. Alright. Next, I need another piece of winging material. I'm going to take it from the tip of the tail. And what that's going to do, it's going to give me some nice contrast of the brown and the white. And I'm going to put this in so it's slightly longer. Okay, now again I have to hold it, push it straight down, loose wraps, straight down. That'll get it to sit for you on top of the hook. You try this, it's going to take a number of times before it's going to work for you. It's not an easy operation to do. At least I don't find it so easy. Okay. All right, clean this up. Okay. Now I have to select some deer hair. And the deer hair that I'm going to need, I've got this one is a yellow tail. And really the tail at the end of a tail is too fine. And to use other coarser hair that you normally would use for spinning only is too thick. So I'm going down into the base of the tail here, and I'm selecting some hair that's somewhat fine, but will have good movement. It'll still do the job, and it'll still spin for me. Now the first one I put on, I don't want it to spin at all. The first one, I'm simply going to use the hairs. Now this, I'm going to loose. Now when I pull it, I'm going to keep holding it with one hand, and I just want it to flare out. Okay? And I want to push that back, that flaring back, get in front of it. Just like that. So I've got my flare, got my turkey tail wing, I've got my flare, which I like just enough. Okay? And now I'm going to pack some more deer hair onto the front of this. And for that, I take the deer hair and I remove the tips. I don't want the fine tips in this now. And I make a patch about 1.5 inches, 2 inches long. I just lay it there like that. Now this I do want to spin, so I want it to spin right around the entire hook like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack that a little bit tight, move and advance forward. You want the hairs just long enough on both sides that I can put my hand on it and hold it back, so that I can just do that and pack. Now one more time I'm going to take some of the coarsest hair I can find in this patch. And again, I'm going to lay that on the front, loose, loose, and now spin. And it'll spin right around like that. And I'm going to pack again. Just move it back from the eye. Now you have an issue, of course. You got so much material around the eye. So what we need to do is we need to hold that back and start building up some thread right in the front, so that it'll push back and stand up as many of those hairs as possible. Okay, let's see. All right. Just going to tilt it up now a little bit. It's a lot easier if you tilt the fly up to have the eye pointing up when you're doing operations like this. Push it back a little bit if I can. Alright, let me see if I can get a whip finish on here. Alright. Alright, now the fun part. Okay, now we're just going to start making a nice bullet head. Are cut already, and we're going to remove versus the hairs that we want to stay, because the ones we want to stay are the end tip pieces. Ones will get exposed and go in and trim them. Take your time, there's no rush. Up a little bit. They're a lot of work, but oh so worth it. To hook a big salmon on one of these flies is really a lot of fun. can fuss with the head. You can even make the head a different color. Put 2 different colors on it. Put a black face to it. Put red. You can simply take a Sharpie and fool around with coloration if you want, like that. Really simple right now, just to take a Sharpie and put a red line on it, or you can go anywhere you want with these flies. They're just super attractors. Yep. Little head cement, you're all set. There it is, the Salmon Muddler.